welcome back to Girl Talk, where we empower self-love and positivity. In life, we have our plans, how we will reach our goals, and walk into our success. Everything does not always go our way, but without realizing it, an unexpected blessing may be better than our own plans. Today, I'm so pleased to introduce to you Madison Gibbs, Miss Black North Carolina 2015, who is here to share her story on how she received her crown. Madison, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Today?
I'm good. How are you?
That's great.
Good.
Okay, so you ran for Miss A&T the 2014-2015 academic school year. You had the pageant and then the top three. You made it to the top three.
Right.
And you didn't win. So how was that journey like? I'm pretty sure it was a lot for you because there was a technical error as well. So what was that journey like for you?
It was very long, it was very hard, and it was very stressful. Campaigning within itself is very hard.
I bet.
It's a lot of work, and it takes up a lot of your time. Unfortunately, though, I didn't win, but I did run for Miss Sophomore. I ran for Miss Sophomore, and I lost that one too.
Oh, wow.
So I kind of felt like the rejection so many times. You know, the natural insecurities that come along with that. And after I lost Miss A&T, I just cried. I cried for like days.
Wow.
Yeah, I cried for like 2 days. But I like to think of myself as a woman of resilience. So, you know, I kind of bounced back, and I was actually recruited to do the Miss Black Greensboro pageant. And so I did it in June, and I won Miss Black Piedmont, which was second place. But that put me in the preliminaries to run for this title. So.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Wow, how did that feel, you know, running for Miss Sophomore, then you ran for Miss A&T, then you got second place for Miss Piedmont. You know, it takes a lot for us to keep going and keep going. And, you know, we say that, okay, I didn't win, but maybe there's something, you know, better coming. But it takes a lot to just keep encouraging us. So did you have, you know, a lot of support behind you? And how was it for you just to keep on going?
I had a lot of support. My friends and my family and my boyfriend, they definitely kept me supported. But it actually comes within yourself. You can have as many people telling you that you can do something, but until you really believe it, it doesn't really matter. And so that whole journey, it kind of it just makes you thankful for when you do win something, because, you know, you do have to lose sometimes in life, and then those blessings, and they come with lessons as well. So when you keep losing, I don't like to call it losing, but I lost, so, but then I won something. It was a learning experience, so I'm grateful for it.
So how long did it take you to overcome that, just when you didn't win? And I'm pretty sure you were happy, you know, for our new Miss A&T.
Oh, of course,
I
love Jordan.
We all love Jordan. She's beautiful. But at the same time, it was something that you really wanted, and you worked so hard for it. So how long did it take you to overcome it? I'm pretty sure it was an everyday process, trying to get through it and say, there's going to be something better. But when we go through things, it's really hard for that. So how you know, did you overcome that?
Prayer. You just have to, like I said, you really have to believe in yourself. It didn't happen overnight, but it definitely happened over time, months actually. And eventually I realized that what God has for you is always going to be for you. And so even though we feel like we may want something, it may not be for us. Jordan got that position because she was the best person for it, not me. And so, you know, those are things that you have to realize. And it takes a lot when you have to humble yourself and you have to realize those types of things, because we're all blessed, and whatever we have for us is going to be for us. So I had to wait for my time to come. So it took a long time, but it can be done for anybody.
Yes, I'm so glad that you said that. That's a great way to look at it. So your journey of winning Miss Black North Carolina USA, how did you feel when you didn't win this title, but God had like you said, God had a bigger blessing for you? So, you know, what would you tell our viewers, you know, going through that process? And, you know, elections are coming up. We have people running for Miss A&T. So what advice would you give to them to encourage them through the process?
To definitely now to start being okay with any decision that may come. So whatever the result is, just always prepare yourself to be okay. If you lose, then you're going to be okay. If you don't win, if you win, then you're going to be okay still. So you just have to be satisfied with whatever the outcome may be, and just have your plan to bounce back. I mean, it can only be one winner. So if you don't win, what are you going to do next? You know, it's about your legacy and what you can bring as far as excellence to the table. And don't worry about anybody else. you have to stay focused on what you want. And so definitely, I think I would give that advice, because when you're focused on what you want to do in your life, then it doesn't matter what else happens, because you're going to keep reaching your goal.
Thank you so much. I'm curious to know that feeling of when they announced you as Miss Black North Carolina USA. What was going through your mind?
Oh, girl, I cried. I cry every time, though. So
Really?
I'm just emotional. I cried. But I definitely felt great, because, you know, it kind of put things into perspective. If I would have won Miss A&T, then I wouldn't have the title that I have now. I probably wouldn't have met a lot of the people I've met because of my title, or even had the opportunities, like coming on your show, for instance, to talk about this.
We're so happy to have you here,
thank
Girl
you.
Talk.
So, yeah, it puts those type of things in perspective. So I was happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what's next for you? You're Miss Black North Carolina USA, and are you competing for another pageant?
Yeah, so I have to go to the national pageant in August, and it's going to be in D.C., the Miss Black USA pageant. Basically, I'm running against every other girl in the state, or not in this state, but across the country.
Oh,
and
wow.
So, yeah.
So you're going national.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's nerve-wracking.
Wow.
It is, but
you see what happens
yeah.
when you just keep going.
You keep
and
going,
just the blessing
be dedicated.
that's always in the end.
Yeah,
yes.
so.
That is so beautiful. Well, Madison, thank you so much for coming
Thank
on
you
Girl
for
Talk
having
and
me.
sharing your story. Such a
Yeah.
beautiful and just touching story.
Thank
you
you.
so much. To all the viewers, if your plans have not turned out the way you want to, don't fret. Don't fret, excuse me. Your breakthrough is coming soon. Thanks for watching, and please join us next time where we discuss the importance of having a healthy body. Thank you all so much, and tune in next time for Girl Talk.